Okay, so this is a quick tutorial for how to make stuff and add it into Object Dropper. Let's see. So I've created that letter thing as a 3D object already. So I'm just going to create, or hold on, I have a folder here for NPCs and stuff. So I'm going to create a folder for it to start for organization. Just name it that because it's going to be my Dope Cloud Society sign. Open it, and you can either open your folder like this, your file explorer down in the taskbar here, and go to wherever you have your 3D object. You can either click and drag it in like this, or here, I'll just delete this really quick. I'm going to delete it. Or you can right click and go import new asset right here in this little window that pops up. And then again, just go to wherever you have your 3D object that you're trying to import saved. For me, I put it on my desktop all the time, so I import from my desktop. Voila, that's all I need. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my, I gotta delete this. Okay, go into my scene, and then I just click and drag it from my little console down here into the scene. And if you press F, it will focus on it. And as you can see, the orientation, here, I am backwards. Okay, yeah. This is the front. So it's, if you have any textures or anything, this is where you would apply it. Here, I'll just create a little texture really quick. Create a material. Let's just go sign texture. So let's say you had like, if this was a skateboard, this thing was a skateboard, and this was the deck texture, all you have to do is click on the actual object itself, and over on this right side here down in Inspector, go to where it says Shaders, and click and open this little, you got to unpack the prefab to edit this. So make sure you right click over in the hierarchy on the left side, right click on your object, and go down to where it says unpack prefab if you have that selected. So now you should be able to edit it. Apply the texture first. And now you can edit it, and it should have options. See, you can't really see what it's doing because it's it's a white color. So I'm just going to play with the colors really quick. You don't have to mess with the color shaders ever for textures that you apply, unless you want to make a custom color in Unity. But the thing you do want to do is turn your smoothness down, because usually this thing has everything smooth all the way up. So the smoothness, make sure you turn that down. And then your normal map, you can either put it in, or if you don't have one, it's okay. You don't really need one. But if you have one, you'll have to adjust the intensity of it with this little slider here, so that looks right. Sometimes your normals look really intense. And then another thing you can do is, when you add your things, I always put everything double-sided just because it looks better, and when you look through your meshes and stuff, it doesn't see through the other side if it's double-sided. Okay, so that's just setting up the textures. So this thing actually doesn't need a texture. I'm just going to delete mine. Let's go here and put it as none. Okay, now let's wait. Okay, and then say everything's all textured. The next thing you want to do is just click on it. You right click on your object over in the hierarchy on the left side here. Click on create empty, and it'll give you this game object. This game object, you click it to select, and then come over to where it says add component over on the right side here. Click on that, and you can go box collider or capsule collider. Either one will work. And for this, all you want to do, there's a little edit here with the 3 dots to select it all. To fine tune each side, you just got to find the little vertex in the center here and click and drag it to size. And then that's all you have to do for that. So it is now has a collider and is a 3D object and has a texture applied to it. Even though I took my texture off, you would have one applied at this point. So all you have to do from here, let's go to asset bundles. So take this, click and drag it down to here to make your prefab, and make sure the one that doesn't have the arrow, when you click on here, will have your prefab. So click and drag from here into configure in your asset bundle browser. To get to asset bundle browser, just go to package manager, wait for this to load a little bit, and then if you wait a little bit, everything will pop up. You'll be able to see it, and all you have to click is install to find asset bundle browser. And then after you install it, it won't take very long. You'll click window, come down here, and then it'll pop up in here like this, and then you click on it and it'll be like a little floating window that you can click and dock into this stuff. So then you bring that window up, and then you click and drag this into your configure. And then once you get that done, you click on build. I always set my output path as my desktop just so I can see it there. Standalone Windows build target is fine. Make sure this is never ever checked. This will delete everything on your desktop. Absolutely everything. The only thing you want to change is, so this will be closed for you. You want to open advanced settings, and yours will start off as standard based compression, and you want to change it to chunk based. And that's all you need, and then click build. And make sure you have this Unity version installed. Yeah, I probably should have said that way earlier, but make sure it's Unity 3.015. And after it builds, I'm not sure if yours will do this or if it's just my computer, but it keeps giving me this little error at the end here, but you can just close it. Okay, so yeah, this is the move and file message I was talking about. So just close this, just exit it, don't click any of these, exit. You can either minimize or close to save. I'm gonna close to save. Just give it a minute. This is pretty slow. So this is taking a minute to read, it's okay. I clicked X, it's just closing, taking a minute. Okay, and now I'm going to click save to save my video, or in case I need to work on it again. And it will pop up in my desktop. I have so much stuff there, you don't need to read through all that. Let's see, desktop. It will show up as a, let's see, it was called DCS sign. Right there, asset folder. You can tell that one's the FBX. You will get one that says the manifest. You don't need that, and it'll print off a desktop manifest. Both of those folders you are good to delete. So just keep the asset folder. A really good way to do this is go into detail view and just go newest, and there it is. So I'm going to open this again, put it in my Skater XL folder, and it goes into your object dropper asset packs folder. Just like that. Boom. Okay, now let's boot up and make sure that works. Oh, excuse me, sorry for the cough. I am coming down with a cold apparently. Alright. Just give this a couple minutes to load. Sometimes it takes a few minutes to load all your assets, so I gotta let it do its thing. Sometimes you also have to reset your computer if it's a big asset. Always check your poly count. when you're importing assets, everything should be less than 20K, at most 30K. And yeah, okay, just load in. Let's give it a minute. Also, whatever you port in, whatever object you place in should automatically cast shadows and stuff, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. As long as you just put in Unity, by default it will cast shadows and everything, so as long as you don't mess with that, let's have a look. It will show up in your other file here. Oh, there it is. There's the sign I made. And then you can scale it up. Neat. But yeah, that's how you do that.